Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Benedicta, and today I want to talk about financial growth, how to save money being a nurse, because I'm a nurse, how to save money being a nurse, and how to save money as a entrepreneur. You can be a little you can be selling little things, but you are still making profit from it, you're still making some money from it, but you are not seeing where this money is going to, or you have ideas of making money, or you have ideas of building yourself up, of making something good for yourself, but the people around you, they are not making it possible for you to do this. So today I want to talk about some habits that we could do, what we could take away from our life, and what we could bring to our life to make our financial to improve our financial capability. So number one on my list is surround yourself with the right people and energy. This is very, very important. Surrounding yourself with the right people and energy is the number one key. Because if you surround yourself with negativities, people are too negative. They will always want to talk you out of your vision, of what you think. And before you have a vision, know that God has already proposed that thing for you. That's why it's coming to you as a vision. You can sit down, you start thinking of certain things that you think you could do, but when you speak to some people about it, before you know, they start discouraging you. So we are 10% of the people that we surround ourselves around. You might be thinking, oh, they are just my friend, but I'm doing my things differently. No, yeah, you might be doing your things differently, but you pick one or two dirty habits from them. Like if they try to convince you, before you know, you start rethinking that thing. Are you sure you are able to do this? No, you just have to try. When you think of anything you want to do, don't be afraid, just go ahead and do it. That's why I will come to my number two of my number two list is called don't be afraid of failure. So, because some people are so afraid of failure that they have lost so many things that God has destined them to be. So many things that God has said this is what they will be in future, because of fear. Because of fear. Failure is not a bad thing. For me, failure is a step forward to my success, because when you tried something and you fail, you have to realize what makes you fail and correct that thing and try again. You might fail over and fail over and fail over, but if this is your passion and you are so sure and convinced that this thing is something that you can do, you always see the reason why you fail. And when you correct those reasons why you fail, you will see that things start improving. So surround yourself up with right people, number one. Number two, don't be afraid of failure. Number three, take risks. I don't know. People are so afraid of taking risks, especially in abroad, or how will I call it, you know. But in Africa, you see people taking risks to do so many things. One woman can just wake up today and say they want to start selling pepper, and she will go to the market and buy pepper and put it on the front of her house, and she will start selling that pepper there. But here they don't do it. They are always afraid. They just want everything to be finished, for you to do everything for them and just give it to them, hand it over to them, just for them to start making money and be succeeding in it. It's not possible like that. You have to take a risk. You have to. I tell people that, not that I'm really successful, but the level I am now, the level I have been since I started doing my things without telling people, and I started discovering myself 8 years ago about selling on Amazon, selling on eBay and all that. I have really, 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 really achieved a lot for myself, because I just see any product and I take a risk. I make my research, yeah, but I take a risk. Some people will see product that this product can be selling, and they make their research and see that this thing is selling, but just because that's money for them to remove it in their pocket and put it is so difficult for them. It's so hard for them. They prefer to send the money and give somebody, for the person to be calling them on the phone and be telling them, oh, thank you, like this, thank you. They'll just all those praises they'll be giving them, instead of them to use this money and invest for themselves, for their future. No, they are always so afraid. So risks, if you cannot take a risk, you cannot be a business man or woman. If you cannot take a risk, you cannot be successful. You cannot be successful. Failure is just a step. For me, failure is see failure as a step forward. And always, when you fail, always sit back and think, what were you not doing right? Sometimes you might think you did everything right, but one day you realize the mistake that you did that made you to fail. So you have to not be afraid of risks. Always see risks as, yeah, is part of the business. If you don't want to take risks, you cannot do a business. You cannot do business. Not risks is not only when you want to do business. Your education is risks, because so many people send their children abroad to school. That is risks, because the child might get abroad and don't even want to school, or even join bad gang, be taking drugs and be taking that. Everything in life is risks, but people always see business as is the biggest risks for them to take if they want to do business. But they take risks in every day of their activities, doing one thing or the other, but they don't know. But the one that will profit them and make them a better person, they always see that, no, 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 I cannot take this risk, I cannot take this risk. Not that taking risks is carrying all your 100% money and put in any business. No, don't try that. Don't make your account red for any business. If you are sure that this business will make something profitable for yourself, just invest. If it's 20%, you start with 20. Then as it's growing, you increase, you increase, you increase, you increase, you increase. Then you are very sure of your business. Then you can be investing lots of money from it, because you are making more profit from it. Then number 4 of my list is take a calculative risk. Yeah, that's what I just said. A calculative risk. Anything you want to do, calculate it. Like the way I calculate business that I've not even started, you will not even believe it. If I see a product, I calculate my capital, my profit, I calculate my expenses, I calculate the money I will pay in the platform, the money they will take. I calculate everything. Then I will see my profit. Then I calculate my profit, like in 1 month, how much will this be if I sell like this? In 2 months, how much will this be? I calculate it. Then I know. Then number 3, put in the work. Or whether number 5, or which number, I don't remember. Put in the work. So people just want to, yeah, you told me to start selling, buy this product and sell. I just bought it, I put it there, it's not working. No, you have to put in. Some people, just for them to even take a better photo for their listing is even problem for them. Some of them to even go to Google and look for description of this product so that they can add it to their description and make it standard is problem for them. If you cannot put it, there is no business or anything you do in life apart from business. Even though your education, if you don't put all your effort in your education, you cannot get a good grade. That is it. Just put it like that in your business. If you don't put all your effort, you don't put effort in things that you are doing, there is no way you will see profit in it. You have to always put effort. You have to put effort. You have to put your time. You have to put your effort in it. When you have something in you and you know that with this thing you can prosper, don't be afraid to bring it out. For instance, if you are working, maybe as I am a nurse now, and I know that, if this product I see, if I start selling it, I'll be making money. Then I'll say, I'm a nurse, is okay. My money I'm getting from my nursing career is okay. No, you can still put your hands in other things. Like I always say, I'm working because my job, being a nurse job, is always guaranteed, but it's not something you will do for your life, all through your life. You can get to 50 years and your waist cannot stand it again, or you cannot be able to do this, waking up 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, be running to work every day. You get a certain age. So if you have built yourself and build a business, that is what you fall back to. Yeah, you have to build something that you could fall back to tomorrow. I know you talk about pension, but if pension will be enough for you, then good. But I don't believe on just focusing on pension and all that. So when you put all your effort in your business and your business is making profit for you, the last on my list is learn to pay yourself salary. Yeah, I pay myself salary. After, if I make my calculation every month, I take away my capital, the money will add and buy more goods. I minus expenses, the profits that will be there, I pay myself 30% or 50% of the money that is there. Then the remaining money, I can add it into the business, or I can keep it in case I will need it for the business. Yeah, learn to pay yourself so that you, even if you are working, your salary that you are working in a month, pay yourself from it. Because you might be working and you remove your rent, insurance, buy food stuff. You have to learn how to save. You have to pay yourself from that money you pay yourself. You have to save from it. What I do is that I divide my money into percentage. I can pay myself maybe 30% of my salary, or if it depend on the expenses you have. If your expenses is not too much, you can pay yourself up to 40%. You pay your rent, you pay yourself, then you use the rest for expenses. Even if it's 10% you can pay yourself, it's still enough. Even if it's 10% that you can pay yourself, but make sure you are paying yourself. From the money you are paying yourself, you can still use that to buy some things for yourself. But from the money you are paying yourself, make sure you are saving. Some people pay themselves and still save. Some people remove savings, then remove salary for themselves. They don't take from what they pay themselves to save. No. From the business they are doing, from the profit, or from the job they have, they remove salary. They remove rent, they remove all the other expenses, then they remove money that they pay themselves for working, then they remove savings money. Sometimes this saving money don't have to be big. Even if it's 50 euro that you can remove as your saving money, even if it's 100 euro that you can remove as the money that you pay yourself, you know that for the work I'm working, after expensive, this is money I pay myself, and you'll be very, very strong with it, that this is the money I pay myself and I am not using this in any bill. And another thing I want to add is, some people, once they started making money, maybe business or have a good job, they just found a good job, they just increase their expenses. They start buying designers bag that is more than the salary, and they start buying big cars. Meanwhile, their money is not even up to all these things, but just because of the level they feel they are, for people that they've seen that, yeah, they've leveled up. That is wrong. Like that, you will be working and working and working, and you will be remaining poor all these days of your life, because you are just going to work for the expenses that you've created for yourself. Yeah, that's what you're going to your work for. You're just working for the expenses that you have already made for yourself to pay. That's why you see some people in this Europe. When I came to this Europe, I will see some people, they will say they've been here 20 years, 30 years. They're still living from from hand to mouth. They're still living from, you see some of them having 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They come back from this one, they're going to another one. They come back for this one, they're going to another, but they're still like a church rat. Where is the money? Because they want to, they can use all their salary they have at once to go and pay for something, and they'll be I don't even know how to put it, because of what somebody told me, like this, whether it's Juice Plus they call it or what. How can you go and buy tablet just to nourish yourself for 500 euro, then you are receiving like 1,005, then you are paying 500 euro for this one, then you still pay your rent, you still pay this, you still pay that. Why not cut your coat according to your size? When you go to all these drugstore here, Roseman, DM, eat good food. You don't need all those nonsense, this thing they're selling and collecting people money. You don't need it. So I just talk more about finance because I have done it for myself, and I've seen the progress, I've seen the improve, and I know that if you take your time with your finance, change your habits of expenses, make your plans. You cannot be buying things every day, every month. You will be clicking. I'm somebody that is always in the internet because I sell things, but that doesn't mean because of that any advert they just pop in my page, I just click, I just buy. So people just buy. When these things come, they don't even like them. To send it back is problem. So why wasting your money to buy rubbish? All those money you sometimes, there was one time that I said in a month I'm not going to buy something, and I tried. It was hard. I tried. After paying my bill, what I had that month, I was surprised. I was like, eh. So I used to spend all this money. I used to spend so much like this, and I didn't even know. Since then, I started drawing out my plan. If you want to go to the shop, take a paper, write a list of what you want to buy. It happens to everybody. You go to the shop, you plan to take maybe rice, you plan to take one chicken, you plan to take maybe two tomatoes. You get there, you start buying popcorn, you start buying chips. You buy what you don't even plan, what you even have at home. Sometimes you bring this thing home, you open your freezer, they are there, but you just went to the shop. This pizza, this one they do this is more better. You just take it. Meanwhile, you have pizza in your fridge that has even expired. you know so we should know how to spend our money. Then we'll... Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.